True crime with tearful sight. World of YouTube. Found another article that was interesting. But, as you can see, someone has named the right person in the investigation. This came out February 13th, 2019. Well, if they named the right person, why hasn't blown up that he's been caught? Is beyond me. So this goes on. Shoot, I forgot to do the damn other photos, mind you, with the bridge guy stuff in the distance. But what I wanted to show on this is I did start out when I first started my videos looking at this guy, but yeah, I did, you know what? I can see right away that his eyes are not matched up with this guy's eyes, because his slant downwards, as you can see. Whoops, what the hell is this? Get the hell out of here. Hey, goddamn crap. His eyes go downwards, slanted, just like his shoulders, downward, slanted. And when I looked at this guy again, labeling him as a suspect was a big mistake in my eyes, because his shoulders don't go downwards and his eyes definitely don't slant down. As you can see, they go straight across. Shoulders are slightly slanted, but not slanted like Bridge Guy. And he has a fat face, and Bridge Guy, I believe, I want to say he don't got the big, high cheekbones. You don't have these high cheekbones. So, I mean, this poor guy got accused, and I'm sure he's still getting accused, but... And who do they go on saying is the suspect? Not necessarily bad guy. We're looking about dad that made a bad decision. I don't know, I think this is the guy, but I was reading this the other night, and they showed that other big fat guy that I did a... Oh, what the hell is this? Whoops. Well, that's the wrong thing. I know one picture showed him and that other big fat guy that I ruled out. I mean, I'm not going to show him again, but I ain't showing him at that. I think he's in this picture, but I ain't showing it. But they showed that big fat guy that said that had a temper, and he was wearing one of them, I call the Bray Wyatt hat from wrestling. And I don't know what the hell they keep bringing up the Golden State Killer case and how DNA was ingrailed in the arrest of the suspect. In light of the Golden State Killer, could DNA genealogy sites be on area that could be mined? I mean, this is early in the year, still, or last year, and nothing's been done. And they're bringing up the Golden State Killer. Well, if they've got DNA, why ain't they using it? That's the question. I mean, this case is turning out like the Maura Murray case. The only difference is Maura's missing, the girls were not. And mind you, what I want to go over next is there is one thing that caught my attention in this. And something caught my attention of a movie I was watching. Mind you. Go figure. Out of all the movies I pick up and start watching. Come out, back, bug. If anybody wants to check it out, it's free on YouTube. And it's called Texarkana. The night, shoot. I'm going to take this off because there was one thing that I caught in this interview. This article, that the only thing I saved. But I'm going to show that in a minute. Let me get to my screenshots. Bang. I want to go through this first. The town that dreaded sundown. Free on YouTube. Check it out. But they bring up some great details in this movie about the killer. And what reminds me of this BG guy reminds me of this guy. So I'm about to wonder, BG guy maybe caught this film somewhere down the line. I think he does like to watch serial killer movies. Because I said it, that he likes to take interest into this kind of stuff. I said that he enjoys this stuff. He loves to be the center of attention of doing this stuff. And it said it in an article that I found in one of my last videos about what this guy likes to do. And in this Texarkana, or whatever how they ever say it, it's Arkansas, Texas line, so it's Texarkana. And that's the name of the town. And he's never been caught. But he too took interest in what he did. And the resemblance is that he didn't sexually assault the women. One, he did bite in the woman's back and chewed on her from behind. Like 3 or 4 bites, I believe they said. And this other idiot, BG, did some bashing of the skull, stabbing of the stake. He just gets a kick out of dead bodies and looking at them, obviously. But this guy kind of reminded me of him. And I think that this BG has done more. That's why he's getting a kick out of it. And just like this guy. Just dominating over people vulnerable or unaware or from behind. That's what Bridge Guy reminds me of too. A coward, a pussy, a wussy, a wimp. Gotta stalk the victim, then do what he does. To me, that ain't a brutal serial killer. That's just a dumb, stupid idiot. That's a big ass wussy in my eyes. He ain't got no balls to stand up to the proper people. That's right. A wimp. A pansy. Let's call him a pansy. And this guy in this movie reminded me of that too. And in one of the first attacks, this guy in the Texarkana, whatever the hell it's called. Let's call it Texas, Arkansas. He got in a wrestle with one of the men. And I think that wrestle kind of got this guy thinking, maybe I shouldn't do that no more because, right, you meet the wrong guy, you meet the wrong person, you're going to get your ass beat down. Say like if he would have met me out there in Lover's Lane. And there's another thing. Here's a jealous piece of crap that likes to go to Lover's Lane. Or like this other guy, BG, likes to go to innocent places. Like a nature walking trail. Innocent people. A pansy he is. Just like this guy was a pansy. And after the first wrestling with the guy, and the guy did get a couple good throw punches in there. And he didn't get killed. He was lucky. And the woman, too, survived. But in the next murders, he literally, before, he'd get up to the men, he'd shoot them dead. Make sure they were out of the picture first. And I hate that. But this guy and him and this, right, and the BG remind me identical of each other. Although this guy was I can't even say he was a little more brutal, but he did more murders that, eventually were accounted for. Which Bridge guy, I think he got right sloppy on this last one. I think he's got more out there, but he got sloppy. Just like this guy got sloppy. He did get goddamn hunted down by a Lone Ranger, but luckily, I can't tell you the ending. You gotta watch it yourself, but he did get away. With a gunshot wound, mind you. But, other than that, what else I wanted to show was this. And this is what interested me in the last article I just had up. That they are looking into 2 suspects. Would make it sound pretty possible that could happen. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, that couldn't be and da-da-da-da, but, I mean, it's possible. And if there is 2 suspects, that what brings in the road by the bridge. That's right. Something about that road is giving me a gut feeling. And usually people or investigators, when they have a gut feeling, you want to go with that gut feeling. You want to go down that goddamn road. Something happened on that road too, I believe. But we'll never know. And if there is a possibility of a second person involved, it's just to me that, they keeping this all wrapped up and they're not doing nothing about it. It's like, yeah, is there someone involved that is known? And if he is known, just like the pictures that could be the killer in the last video I had, that's pretty sick. Why didn't that woman, if she was so suspicious, I mean, she said she called the law enforcement, but they haven't done nothing. But who knows if they really did. Yeah, they got the plate, they got the license, and the, plate, and they got the photos, but if law enforcement hasn't looked into this stuff yet, okay, why ain't they doing nothing? And like I say, that damn temporary plate has to have a name to it. Unless they discard that information, like temporarily, yeah, your name goes in, your name goes out, and then it's all disappeared. Maybe that happens, but that plate name should be looked at. But who knows? Anyways, I just wanted to share this. Once again, I gotta go over my photos though, because I found another photo, screenshot it, and there's something big and blurry in this one. And I just keep going through the photos and the person showing the figure stalking them, but in other photos I see nothing. It's like, wow, where is this person getting this information? It's like, this is why I like to do videos like this, because, right, people come up with stuff and it ain't getting looked at and it just sits there. I want to know what hell happened to these girls. It would be nice, and I'd like to find that killer, and I'd hope that someone bashes his head in. Yeah, that's right. But other than that, I'm going to get out of here until the next video. Be safe, take care, always beware. And like I say, check out the Texarkana movie. Kind of reminds me of this guy. And how he likes to do things. And, yeah. And did he stop watching serial killer movies and get ideas? The next video, out.